Welcome back. We're here to talk about the second of the Triple Crown or Derby preps today, the Keeneland Bluegrass Stakes. And the Bluegrass features last year's 2-year-old champion, Good Magic, who was a maiden and then won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and the voters awarded him the 2-year-old championship as a result of that single race. Personally, I'm not a fan of this horse. He is the champion, but I would not be betting on him. His odds were very low, and I'm not sure he's the best horse in the race. He did have the one really good race. He's got to do it again to get me in his camp. He did run once this year at the Fountain of Youth since the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, the Fountain of Youth at Gulfstream, and basically ran around the track third the entire time. They had two horses run way out in front, and they were going way too fast. So he got a race in. How much of that really is going to help him remains to be seen. He's trained by Chad Brown, obviously one of the better trainers. He's got excellent breeding out of Curlin from a hard spun mare. No one would be surprised if he won. I'm just not going to pick him. So some of the other horses worth talking about in here. Sporting Chance is trained by 80-plus-year-old D. Wayne Lukas. He's still with us and still doing well. He ran in the Rebel at Oaklawn Park, didn't run too well, came in fifth in his last start. So they're shipping him in here. He needs some points to get in the Derby. He would be a long shot to win. He's worked out well. He's had 2 bullet works in his last 3. I'm not quite sure he's fast enough for these guys. Another horse, number 4, Canthanka, is coming in from California. He's trained by Jerry Hollendorfer. He ran in the San Felipe and the San Vicente, winning the San Vicente. And he was third behind the 2 powerhouses, Mackenzie and Bolt Doro, in the San Felipe. He could be third today. I don't think he's going to come in higher than that. Julien Leparoux, good jockey. Prefer him on the grass. This might be my second pick. So we'll see how he goes. A horse, unfortunately, I have bet on in the past or I'm still waiting to collect is Marconi, the number 6 horse, sired by champion sire Tapit, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by Ryan Moore, of all people, who is a leading European jockey. Not quite sure why he's here on this horse, but give the horse all the breaks they can. He ran fifth, a very uneventful fifth in the Fountain of Youth earlier this year. His first start this year was in the Withers, ran third. So his only win is a maiden win. And as much as I'd like to pick him, I'm not going to bet him, and I'm not picking him. Number 10 is Free Drop Billy. I'd like him a lot more if he had a better name. Free Drop Billy, I mean, come on. He's got a big white blaze, big chestnut, nice looking horse. He's somewhat disappointed. He comes from behind, trained by Dale Robins, ridden by Irad Ortiz, so he has the connections. He's out of a Union Rags sire, out of a Giants Causeway mare, so I like the breeding. He ran third in the Gotham, ran second in the Holy Bull early in the year down at Gulfstream Park. He's won his only race at Aqueduct, which is always a good sign. If you can win on the track, that's a plus. He was in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile that Good Magic won, and I think he's still running at it. He lost by 30 lengths, so we'll try not to hold that against him. Prior to that, he had won twice and was second twice, so he has the ability. The question is, will the real horse show up today? He should love the distance. He'll be coming late, and I'm going to pick him one last time to win. As I mentioned before, the 11 is the champion, Good Magic. Certainly wouldn't blame you if you liked him. I personally don't, and we'll leave it at that. Number 12 is Flame Away, who I've seen run here at Tampa Bay Downs twice. He won the Sam F. Davis as a long shot, and then in the Tampa Bay Derby ran a good second to Quip. Quip was going to run today in the same race, but was scratched and will run next week at the Arkansas Derby instead. The question with Flame Away is, can he get a mile and an eighth? He's out of a Fusiechi Pegasus mare. Scat Daddy's his sire. So he has definite quality in his breeding, but the question is the distance. He's run around 2 turns multiple times, but he seems to be more of a mile and a 16th, maybe at mile and 70 yards horse. Wouldn't shock me if he ran third, but I don't see him contending to win. A long shot worth talking about is Machismo, the 13. He's 20 to 1 on the morning line. Probably get a couple bucks from me. He ran fourth in the Fountain of Youth. Good Magic, I remember, ran third. He had a wide trip, and his last workout at Gulfstream was a bullet. The fastest workout at the distance, a bullet means they got the fastest workout at that distance at that track on that day. So there were, in this case, there were 33 horses worked out at 5 furlongs. He was the fastest. When you see bullet workouts, that's the indication this horse should be ready to run. They don't all win, but I will put a few bucks on him, expecting him to be the long shot. So I'm going to go with, against my better judgment, I'm going with Free Drop Billy and Machismo as a long shot, and Flame Away would probably be my third choice. Not the greatest rendition of the Bluegrass. The Bluegrass really, as well as the Wood, has not been that much of a predictor of Derby success in the past couple decades, really. And consequently, the Racing Commission had reduced the grade level of both those races to grade 2. And I don't have a problem with that, because I don't think the fields in the recent past deserve to be a grade 1. But the race will be good nonetheless. I think the big other question we need to mention is supposedly it might snow in Lexington today. And if it snows, they'll still run. And we'll see how any of the horses deal with that kind of inclement weather. Thanks.